And because I'm going to recite a golden activation and a unity vow, and these are going to activate this gold grid to light up inside of your body, your consciousness, your field, your mind, your heart. So that way you can be the sustainer of the gold light as we access and work on these parts of the grids today. I do feel everywhere that we're working on today is a place that is requiring deep introspection, nature and nurture, oversight of guardian keepers. And so it's imperative for us to be sustaining these golden frequencies in our bodies. And so this activation will activate these codes. Guardians of divine God, freedom and sovereignty, justice, wholeness, and balance. Keepers of eternal light and servants of the one across all cosmic nations. I call upon you now to unify, renew, and sustain the divine light within us. Unify all broken bridges, divisions, and perceived separations from Source, just like the Japanese art form of kintsugi called the golden joinery, filling us with the golden light and repairing and restoring what has been fragmented, broken, hurt, abused, and nurturing all with love and angelic assistance. We are the gold. We embody the gold. Activate, activate, activate. We now ignite the golden light, the golden Christed consciousness, the golden ray, the golden essence, the golden flame, the solar and multiverse gold, the eternal gold, liquid gold, the golden divine fire, the golden Rishik Merkaba, and the infinite life-giving geometries of the golden spark of creation. We invoke the golden angelic halo. Activate, activate, activate. The golden sun disks within and the golden sun disks embedded in the sacred lands of Gaia. Let the pure gold light and the golden ascension codes, solar Christ light, golden plasma, celestial gold, ethereal gold, and sacred gold light flow through all dimensions, infusing the earth and us and all beings within divine radiance. We harmonize and unify with the Ormus gold, the auric gold, the golden alchemy, the philosopher's gold, the solar gold elixir, alchemy of gold, golden transmutation, and pure aurum. We activate the golden age in the El Dorado light city, the hidden golden light cities, and the lost cities of Z, and the high royal and noble temples of gold, the golden eras within Earth's Akashic records, the golden pyramid networks and complexes, the pure golden phoenix to rise, 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 and the golden grail, the gold DNA and the gold of the gods, the golden ark of the covenant codes and the golden ankh, Atlantean gold and Lemurian gold. As a divine force within our shared body and consciousness, we now activate the golden soul, the golden dove resurrection, the golden diamond light body, the golden light cities across all nations. Activate, activate, activate. The golden DNA activation, the golden divine blueprint, the golden body of light, the solar gold embodiment, and the golden angelic template, the golden gridwork, golden chakra codes, and sacred golden geometry. May the earth vibrate in golden harmony as we restore the gold frequency, golden resonance, and golden trinity, golden sound codes, the crystal golden tones of creation, and the golden throat chakras to speak and manifest only divine truth, harmony, and unity. Let the golden healing light, the golden gateway, and the golden arches at the Shambhala peaks radiate. Release the golden bars locked away in vaults and open the golden timelines. All solar golden codes and the golden keys to humanity be unlocked now. Unlock, unlock, unlock. We call forth the highest spiritual qualities of golden wisdom, golden sovereignty, divine gold power, golden purity, solar divine intelligence, golden integrity, golden radiance, golden peace, golden truth, and sacred golden order. Align and harmonize us with golden Christ consciousness, divine alchemy, and the highest vibrations of the new earth's ascension, anchoring purity, transformation, and universal harmony into all realms. We dedicate ourselves to the golden unified truth, divine service, and the highest mission of good. We uphold the cosmic Christ principle and surrender all inorganic and artificial patterns to the organic living light. Thank God we are I am, the living eternal light. Unify, unify, unify. And so it is. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Just breathing in and breathing out, activating all of these gold codes within your field, sustaining and harmonizing this as we anchor and activate this golden grid in the earth together. And you can just see this beautiful, radiant golden sphere beginning to come down your pillar of light. And it's just coming down into your crown chakra and it's just cleansing and clearing down through your third eye, cleanse and clear. Down through your throat, cleanse and clear. Down through your heart, cleanse and clear. Down through your solar plexus, cleanse and clear. Sacral chakra, cleanse and clear. Root chakra, cleanse and clear. And you can run it all the way down to the Earth's golden core again, and you can draw it back up through the breath, in and out, running it down and through and back up to your heart chakra. And right at your heart chakra, you're just gonna inhale that unconditional, eternal, divine love and exhale. And we're just expanding these golden spheres in the container so that way all of our fields are merging in this golden harmony of unity within the group as we are becoming weightless, as we are losing gravity ourselves, and we're being able to energetically, spiritually, psychically, remotely go into that float state and be able to transport and transdimensionally move in this protected sphere of golden light. We're just going to begin to move and drop down into the grids. So just feel that float state activate as we move as a group, unified, whole, and restored, carrying these golden codes. We're going to begin to just drop down into the Gulf of America, and some of you may see yourself coming up from underneath the water. Some of you may see yourself coming from the land itself. Okay, but just know as we all are coming together, we're coming to the same place, moving through this golden sphere of light, and we're dropping down into the Gulf of America where we are gonna anchor ourselves into our drop-in location. And as you come down and into this location, just feel into the imagery that's coming to you, the psychic imagery, the activations, the connection with the water, the air, the wind, the great spirits, the guardians. And we'll spend some time in this place doing some discovery and some attuning. So if anyone has anything that they see, that they feel immediately or initially, and they would like to share it with us, I welcome anyone coming forward and letting us know what you're seeing here as you begin to tune in to this location in the grids.
I'm seeing a timeline of the mer people, Indy, where, having a tail like a mermaid and then being able to be on land and having legs. So going back and forth, having both.
Mm,
Yeah, I was feeling sea creatures and life under the water.
I see a
wow.
seahorse as well in that image, and I pulled this evolution card, which is talking about earth changes, climate change, and transformation.
Wow, I am so confirming everything you guys are saying. As Noko, I did also see the seahorse. Um, and this almost looks like a seahorse here, doesn't it? The shape of the water has like a seahorse energy to it and vibration.
Mhm.
And also what Missy just said with the mer people coming on land and off land, and I was thinking, yes, this is symbolizing adaptability, change, um, like,
You know what that also looks like too, Indy, is a manatee. I was hoping to see the manatees when I was down in Florida, but they had probably already moved too far west because I was closer to Orlando. But that really looks like a manatee to me.
wow, definitely. I can see
There,
that too.
I saw a water serpent. She said, "Secrets revealed."
Yeah, there's definitely something under there that's unseen.
I'm
Yeah, I
seeing the old Atlantean civilization in that realm existing where the Temple of Poseidon is at the tip of Cuba in Bimini. And that land is actually rising out of the ocean. And this has been called the hot zone. And I'm seeing a placenta, and I'm also seeing a baby inside of that placenta as new land, new earth, and a giving of a new life for us. Mm.
Mm.
Wow, y'all. I also pulled the flame tree, which says the start of something new.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
as I grabbed my cards, I had my garnet. I was guided to put my little garnet. This is my earpiece that I use for my for my meditations, and it literally rolled off and down under my desk. So being brought back to that place, Indy, in one of our missions where we were tuning into those resources underneath this space. And it's interesting, this came up in our group. We started bringing that in for the same reason of having something under Texas. So I think we're all onto something there.
Wow. Well, and something you just said too made me just remember my visit yesterday to the Gulf of America, which was interesting to me is I paddled so far out on the paddle boat, and when I would look down, I could see all the way down to the seafloor. The waters were clear. Like, and that to me was some sort of yeah, indication of the spiritual like properties and qualities of purity and just what you guys are saying about the seafloor as well. Like maybe we need to draw this up from the seafloor and really charge and activate the safety and the security of these ocean waters, given we know all the posing timelines that are seem to be more, anti-organic and clearing this ley line that's going to be running through. Let's just maybe sustain and harness these energies that are here. Does anyone feel guided to maybe bring through um, a transmission? I know, was it Shikana that was saying about Atlantis was rising up? Do you feel aligned to bring forth any maybe transmission, kind of bringing these energies forward here?
Yes, in our group, we spoke of the inverted turtle of Turtle Island, which we all occupied Turtle Island. And this is when we were all unified as one coexisting, beautiful family of the earth. And in the Atlantean and Lemurian timelines, we were one. And so at the fall of Atlantis, we experienced the fall complete, dualistic timeline where the sexes split and the sacred hoop of life was broken. And so I'm holding here orange calcite crystal, and it is the turtle. And in this crystal, we have the calendar of the Mayans with the the moons, the 13 moons and the 28 days and the 365 days of the solar year. So I see us as bringing this inverted turtle on its back, which is a death cult vibration. So the turtle will die on its back. And I see us as we're just gently, ever so gently flipping our beautiful continent upright where she belongs. And I see in this rising Atlantean ancient temple of Poseidon in the hot zone on the southern tip of Cuba out in Bimini waters, where in all of this Gulf of the Yamaya, the ocean mother, she is giving new life, which is the lava and the plasma coming up out of the ocean floors, igniting the whole of the grid of fire. And so these are the birthing pangs. We are in like the ringing of the crowning of this new earth coming through. So I just see us riding her as she belongs upright. And I see us midwifing in all this beautiful life force energy, born of the sun, born of the soul, the spirit, and the golden light. And so I'm just asking that this golden light washes over all the black goo and all the murk and the fallen energies and bring us back upright like the song, love lift us up where we belong. Back right up in the right way. Beautiful.
Wow, that was amazing. I was seeing the turtles from Kauai responding to this. The Guardian Stargate was activating as she was calling this in and turning the turtle upright, that all the turtles on the seashores in Kauai were just.
In the 7 sacred teachings of the Anishinaabe people, the turtle is the symbol of truth. And so as we correct and right the turtle off of its back and restore its life force, we also reinstate truth. And truth is what shall set us all free. And so I'm just hearing bells, like lots and lots of beautiful ancient Tartarian bells being brought back and ringing, like that ringing sound of the medicine bowl, just ringing songs of freedom.
And even as you said that, my sacral chakra was activating and opening up. So maybe some of you feel your sacral chakra just kind of expanding with these codes. And this is another way that we can channel all of this energy and anchor it into the grids, is know that portals in our body are opening up to send and receive those transmissions that she was just bringing through. You can even put your hand down on your sacral chakra and just feel the energy flowing through, because we're really bringing it in now.
Indy, if you'd like, I was guided to bring one of my chimes and she said bells. So if you'd like, I can play that a little bit.
And I have mine too. I've got my Tibetan bowl.
And actually, what was interesting, it came through before when she started bringing that transmission, Sedna, which is what this chime is. It's the Sedna chime. And when I started looking it up, there's something to do with an asteroid, a Sedna asteroid that came through in the intel that I was bringing through. And I saw someone else mention asteroid in the comments. So very interesting with that. I'll just play it a couple times just to help us really ride these turtles.
And just to add, Noko, I had the Sedna chime when I was in Kauai at in the Garden of Eden. So here we go.
I
Love
love
it. I
that.
love it.
Yeah. I hope you can hear. I got my original sound for musicians on. I'm going to put a note in here for everybody that might be doing sound healing as well. Just sending this right into the Gulf of America, down to the depths of the portal. Really assisting that beautiful turtle to flip back to the organic template. back to wholeness, back to purity, back to unity. And just going to take this last one in right into our sacral, please. Nice deep breath. With a release.
Noko, as you were doing that, I was feeling a deep, sharp pain in my heart, feeling that we really needed to give that body of water love. Like it was very, like I thought I was going to have a heart attack right now, legit in real life. Although it wasn't me, but like I really feel like there's like heart chakra energy that is like trying to send out a signal right now that's deep.
Mm. Yeah, let's just see ourselves opening up those passageways to the heart of the Gulf of America and just let that heart know that we're here as channelers, as witnesses, as guardians, as grid keepers of sacred waters, that we're here to hold those passageways open for the Sacred Heart transmission and any blockages that are there, that we just ask that Source and the Divine Creator clears those passageways and allows this energy to flow and be received.
Indy, I want to bring in some of that lava energy. It's coming to me now from underneath
Okay.
and bring that up and through. Has a wind tunnel up through water, up through, up. Transmute, 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 transmute. Bring it up, clear.
Yeah. It feels, Shannon, if we're relieving pressure off fault lines, off of like um, the Great Rift of Africa, all places where there's pressure in the tectonic plates.
White flame, brighter, white flame, bright flame. Brighter, lava coming in, lava coming in, lava coming in. Clear, 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 clear. Dissolve, 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 dissolve. Release, 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 release. I command now. Did somebody say that there was something at the bottom of the ocean that they were feeling? Like in that body of water?
Yes.
Shannon, what I was getting, oh, did someone else speak?
I just said yes.
Oh, okay.
What is it? What is it?
I saw something else too.
Yeah, there's something there. I just don't know what it is.
I'll go first and then everyone else let Shannon know what it is you're seeing. Um, I was seeing that where they're gonna drill baby drill,
Oh,
up underneath those waters, that we gotta
maybe that's why I got the heart energy so bad to bless it to something to protect the sea life. Go ahead.
um basically the sacred oils, the sacred blood, like this is the gold, like now we're tuning into the gold. Yeah, the sacred oils of the earth, that I'm getting the message that we often separate this from, like we've seen it as humanity has seen it as something that's separate from her, and that this is what's like sustaining all beast machines. It's like off her golden rivers, right? It's off her golden blood. So that we have to tie the heart of separation back in here in the waters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, just weaving, like see ourselves weaving right now as if we're weavers of the web, weavers of consciousness, weavers of sustaining organic life, and we're just weaving all these places from the heart of the underwater chambers of the Gulf of America. Just reminding of the codes of the purity of life, the reverence of her life, and this interconnection. I know, Noko, you were seeing something else here as well?
Yeah, well, I saw everybody talking about this clam that's trapped, that's closed down there with trapped souls. Cheryl said to open the clam, and I just saw all these mer people just going down there and
Mm-hmm.
helping us. And I for some reason feel like I need to ask our
Mm-hmm.
sister Chinita. I think she was the one that had the mermaid connection.
Yeah, I do too.
Chinita, do you have some vocal or something that you could share
There's
in this
something
way?
else first. Some of the mer people don't realize that they need healing too. Because I saw
Yeah.
one, she was disfigured and also had distorted body from the genetic mutation that was whatever happened in Atlantis. There
Yeah,
was a there was a spirit of sorrow and resentment, but they hold such a strong connection with the water of the entire earth. They need healing as well.
yes.
They also
Yeah.
need our assistance.
That is relating, that is triggering. That is why I was getting that pain in my heart, Shanita. That's what I was getting. I just didn't know the whole story. So that makes sense because I can tell you it was like
Yeah.
brokenhearted, like it was deep
Yeah.
rooted. Yeah,
The one came through was a female. She had distorted face, figure, and she was losing her hair, and her name is Lilana. Lilana, but they need healing too.
I think we can ask the whales, because the whales and the dolphins, they are the keepers of the frequencies. So we can ask after help as well from the whales.
I just want to speak real quick because before it gets lost, when Noko was doing the bells, I definitely got a hit that there's a civilization under the water, that has awakened because of this, and they want to assist. I don't know if anyone else hit this. The name that I got for them was just something simple as the turquoise people. So
Mm.
they're
Mm.
definitely online, and they want to assist.
Wow.
It's interesting with the predictive programming of Aquaman, the movie, and how it's quite obvious about the ancient civilizations, even going to the Riyadh charts with the Eye of God in the Sahara Desert in Africa. There's this connection to, again, the inner earth, and then, the subterranean civilizations and our ancestors and quarantine. And while we may be drill, baby, drill, we may also be opening the stargates back to allow for our peoples from all star nations to come back from the quarantine. And so it's like a my crystal has two sides, right? So one side, two side, but there's a way portal through. So maybe we're opening back the portals so our imprisoned and quarantined ancestors can be welcomed back.
Aquaman was on my mind too recently.
Well,
Well,
it's all the Atlanteans, right? And the
yeah,
Merfolk are ancient Atlantean beings, and way back to Mu. And so these are our original blueprints. This is our true DNA. So in order to reunite and reconnect and realign and resurrect, we have to open the ways back up. It's like getting a heart surgery, like a quadruple bypass surgery, to open back the heart to be able to flow the blood like a drum, like a pump.
Hmm. Is there anyone here that has any like light language? Maybe a transmission um could really bring this in.
I will if there's no other takers, but I'd like to allow for someone else to do that if they would like, if they're feeling called.
Noko, I just have a calling to do like um, I've got this love chime, if you will, like it's the tuning fork, which is the love frequency. So I'm just going to chime that 3 times before you take off, if that's okay.
Of course.
Raquel, are you doing it right now? Because I
Yeah,
don't.
were you not able to hear it?
Yeah, we weren't having any sound come through.
So I put some information in the chat a little bit above. I'll try to bump it. If you're doing sound healing, you've got to be on the original sound for musicians. And even then, Indy and I have experienced a lot of issues around bringing it in, so we just kind of have to feel it sometimes versus hearing it.
Oh, okay. Were you
But
able to hear it now?
there you go. Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. I guess I'll come in here with a little bit of something here for the mer people. They're my people as well. I feel a strong connection with them. You know, Indy and I like to moo-mate around. And just calling in the turquoise people to be here in this transmission with us and assist us in this healing that is going to be centered on the heart chakra of this space and of the Mu people and all of the water world, all of the creatures, the beautiful depths of the water hold. Nana koto shitita aya hon no koa. Alia titi shin no pua ia. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, Iaoru, ririro, 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 ro, 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 ro. Ooh, ooh, Raya, ro, Raya, Raya, oh. Oh, Iditi nakaya sholo toto Raya no no ho. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Just as you were finishing that up there, Noko, I got this confirmation that told me it was like a water nymph spirit that wasn't quite in the mermaid form came through and said everything was going to be okay. She was just sending this message. It was very simple, but it was just these gentle words.
Noko, that was beautiful. And I was looking at the map and it's still kind of doing that, but I saw like literally two flashes of turquoise light kind of just burst out of the area a little bit above Veracruz. Interesting.
I want you guys to see the fish I got yesterday. He's turquoise. Let me see if I can see.
I can hear your voice,
There
darling.
you go.
I want to say,
Go ahead.
Christina, too, that when you're down there at the beach at the Gulf of America, the waters are turquoise.
Mhm.
I mean, it's a
Hmm.
Yeah, and it's like multiple variations of it because the sky, the sea, I mean, the way it all is together, it's just so blue and the water is just clearly turquoise. Yeah, it makes sense there would be a turquoise people, turquoise energy, turquoise underwater civilization.
Yes. The higher heart. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I just want to say it's 222 in my timeline right now.
Activate, activate, activate the 222 codes. Yeah. Okay, I want to move out of the Gulf of America and let's just take some of this energy over here to Mount Shasta. Um, I feel like we need to move that and utilize it to clear the whole ley line. Just running it down. We got some backlog on the voice. Okay. Yeah, I'm just switching gears so that way we can kind of stay on the timeline here. Um, I think what I'd like to do here is let's do a countdown from 12, kind of as if we're sending 12 pillars of golden light frequency down through Mount Shasta, through the gate system, through the root chakra, and through the ley line. And we're just going to send this light, each one of us counting down from 12, and it's kind of like a round table of counting down, and each time someone calls out that number, we just visualize ourselves anchoring into this vortice and just sending golden light down and through. So 12 pillars of light will send down and through, and just also visualize us carrying this clearing momentum and all of the wisdom codes that we just picked up on from the Gulf of America. With every bit of light that we send, we're just kind of speaking to the needs of the Gulf of America, speaking to the spirits and the beings that are there, sending that restoration down and through all of this land as it crosses through the Gulf of America. So I'll just start the countdown, counting down from 12. So 12, and then anyone call out next, the next number.
11,
10,
9,
9,
8,
7,
7, 6,
5,
4,
3,
2,
1.
Okay, so it is, and so it shall be as we just allow this transmission down the ley line to complete, sending this golden light down and through, cleansing and clearing, cleansing and clearing, cleansing and clearing. I almost picked up on that every single time that we had an overlap in the number frequency, that we were actually um, clearing like a dimension, like that dimension needed it more. So I think we were overlapping on 7, 3,
and 9.
and 9. Yeah. So that kind of gives us information where our blockages are, where passageways are. So let's just send some more light to 7, 3, and 9. We can just visualize this through our sacral chakras. I really see the sacral chakra working today. So just utilizing our sacral chakras to transmit this golden light through our wombs, sending the rebirthing codes, the purity codes, the wisdom codes, the restoration codes, the rehabilitation codes, upgrade, 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 7, 3, and 9. Yeah, I got some energy hits come through, like pockets of grief. Um, Yeah, releasing the waters. Again, warfares and contention over water, the pain over water, dryness of the land. Ani, are you present with us right now? I haven't heard you
I'm
come
here.
in yet today. Okay, I was just wondering if you were picking up on anything, being close. She's an anchor by Mount Shasta.
Yeah, I just, there's like this deep connection with Mount Shasta and the blue waters of the Gulf of America. I see like this, like almost like Mount Shasta's like the portal of like the connection point to be able to like connect with the Star Nation. And there's some like kind of like portal Star Nation connection coming through Mount Shasta and then going through the ley line to the water. And I'm calling it the waters for some reason, Gulf of America. I feel like very feminine energy there. And there's like this feminine line, feminine, divine feminine energy coming through. And that's like one of the Mount Shasta is like one of the points of where that divine feminine energy can come through, connecting to those blue waters.
As you said that I was getting, we could almost drop into Mount Shasta, like the golden heart of Lemuria, and just restore that golden heart, as if this can be brought over from the Guardian Rescue Stargates. From our teachings, let's activate all those Guardian Rescue Stargates that we went over in day 2. Heaven Lake, activate. Lake Constance, activate. Mountain Atai, Valley of the Doves, activate. Um, Niagara Falls, activate. Teotihuacan, activate.
The tectonic plate comes down. So probably,
There's right where that red line is going through Nevada next to that lake. That's Pyramid Lake. And there's a like an amethyst cluster, huge underneath that. And it's like the complex of Pyramid Lake and Lake Tahoe. It's embedded dimensionally. There's an amethyst huge complex underneath those.
Wow, sister, this is huge. Wow. Okay. It's like yeah, you're activating and awakening the gem body, the amethyst gem body, and this feels very in alignment, divine. It feels righteous, like as if it's like, yeah, we needed the gold codes um to clear this ley line to bring us forth the amethyst chamber because this has something to do with like collective telepathy, awakening the third eye of the collective to see. Like this is important for us to send a signal or a charge to the core consciousness grids of humanity to awaken the third eye of all who are sleeping in divisiveness, divide and conquer. Um, a
Yeah, Andy.
disconnected integrity to organic consciousness. Sorry, go ahead, Noko.
I was just getting with what you were saying that that activation also for those that are already activated in that space is actually an upgrade for us to be able to help activate and upgrade others with our work and with our codes. And the more that we speak our truth and bring these things forward and people are able to see us in that light, that they are also able to obtain, further enlightenment in their third eye space. So it just feels like an overall, even for those of us that have that already working for us, it's like we're coming in on a whole new level of bringing that forward to everybody that we're touching and speaking to and in our tribes. So
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And Cheryl just said perfect day for that with the planetary alignments. And so as you said that, and as I looked over what she said, I thought we should seed these intentions here. Like we should seed them here at this pyramid lake. Um, because the new moon, right? We can work with the lunar cycles here to just awaken these levels and layers.
I love what Shakina's bringing in. Maybe she could do that with her third eye crystal bowl that she's talking about.
Yes. I actually made this because I'm hosting a new moon circle this evening, and I put water. You can kind of see it. It's from a spring, a sacred spring where I live. And I put salt and rose petals and just so much potion magic in here. And it is the third eye chakra bowl. So if we're ready, I'll let it rip.
That definitely took me deeper into the sound fields of the inner earth crystal cities, and I was seeing the like Palladian, like the amethyst gem bodies and caverns were connected to the Palladian inner earth caverns and cities, and they were opening up the passageways to send and receive energy with us to the surface.
Indy,
Yes.
can you guys hear me? I actually did a great work with a group in Mount Shasta back in 2022. We actually went to a location called Heart Lake. There's a lake on Mount Shasta that's shaped exactly like a heart.
It's called Heart Lake.
Heart Lake that actually shaped like a heart. And then if you Google a Heart Lake Trail, you'll be able to find it. It's a very secluded location. It's hard to get to. So they usually don't allow too many people to go at once.
Hmm. Castle Lake. Is this it? It looks like a heart.
It's a part of it, but it kind of off on its own. It's nearby, but that's also because it's small, but it's shaped exactly like a heart.
Okay, you said Heart Lake Park, or you said trail.
Yes, Heart Lake Trail.
I
Sometimes
too have,
can't pull trails.
Indy, I too have been there. This is Ani. And I found a amber obsidian up there once, which is kind of ties along with the, golden stuff. I mean it's not black obsidian, but it's like it's pretty clear, like very clear amber obsidian, which is interesting. So it's a special place.
Does this look relative to where it's at, ladies? Over here, maybe on the other side
Yeah.
of. Okay.
It's near a lake, and you start out at one lake and then you hike all the way up to the top, and it's a pretty far hike up.
Wow. Okay.
Indy, I'm getting that we're maybe supposed to connect these parts of the gem body that are in all these different locations. I'm not sure how that looks. Maybe somebody else will get that download, but
Yeah, these like what was the crystal, Ani, that you found up there?
It was amber obsidian. So,
Okay.
which is kind of rare to find. And it just popped up. It was like right next to the lake, like almost like some spirit or fairy dropped it there. But all underneath Mount Shasta, I mean, I would say there's like, so the crystal cities are underneath there, the Lemurian crystal cities of Telos. And then if you keep on going further down that ley line, I can't remember who said it, but it was, the Emerald cities. And then if you keep on going further down the ley line, are there other types of crystal type, like amethyst along that line, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, wow, it's like a gemstone ley line, Indy. It's
Yeah.
like the gemstone
Yeah,
body ley
I
line.
actually
Wow.
I've seen Emerald City there as well. It's a really vast tunnel underground. It's like green crystals everywhere.
Is it actually called Emerald City?
I don't know, but it just looks
Okay.
green.
Wow.
Isn't Mount Shasta, was that the root chakra? I forget. And
Yes.
that's what the obsidian represents as well. So,
Yeah.
there's
And
something
Uh,
with the gem body and the chakras.
yeah, the amber obsidian is kind of like that root chakra color too. Even, I mean, it's not exactly red, but it's that orangey, color.
I feel like this is all revealing itself to us to harness these organic frequencies as we move down. Unless anyone has the gem body activation that I think Noko was just calling out for, I think it may be good to harness these energies and bring it down for our group one to begin the clearing work in Texas. Uh, is does anyone else feel like a transmission coming forward to connect this gem body here?
I just wanted to say I showed you a map in the chat of the map of Mu where the Lemurians came, and one of the sites is in Mount Shasta. And the locals there of the native folk call it the lost hidden city of Telos.
Okay, yeah, everyone can look at that picture down in the chat that Shakena left. Did you send it directly to me or to everyone?
To everyone, but
Okay.
there's various sites where you see the refugees came to, and one was Mount Shasta. So that is why it's such a stargate portal of such power. There's a whole underground civilization, like many Paiute native folk, lots of people talk about it, where there's portals, you'll just disappear. It's in a lot of the native legends. So there's like a whole underground world and people we are tapping and tuning into.
I'm getting that these people came from the moon. Has to do with the moon energy, the portals. They are directly connected with the moon.
I feel like we should all just close our eyes and just take a couple of nice deep breaths and let's just see ourselves geographically, anatomically, psychically, emotionally, vibrationally, just connecting into each one of these points that we just seen on the ancient Mu legend map that Shakena just showed us, and just really working to connect all points of this into that sacred gem ley line network, activating the sacred obsidian, the sacred amethyst, the sacred quartz, the sacred Lemurian quartz, the sacred rose quartz, the sacred emerald, gems and rare gems and minerals in the ground and the soil, just calling up all these networks, the mineral kingdoms to upgrade, the mycelium kingdoms to upgrade. Just connecting in the stargates and the defender Earth grid systems from the Polynesian Triangle, from Hawaii, from Easter Islands, and just connecting all these sacred, hidden, kept systems to generate, to restore, and also we call upon them to assist us in protecting the land and activating the gold consciousness and clearing the surrounding cities and human beings around these portals and ley lines and safeguarding them from any harmful frequencies and just creating crystal shields, building these crystal shields through the land, through the ley lines, creating buffer zones for harmful intent. And just calling in the sacred wisdom of these ancestors, calling in the sacred DNA codes from the sacred beings from Mu, from the inner earth realms and kingdoms. I'm getting from the natives and the ancient chiefs of the land as well, calling forth their wisdom poles. Like I see them holding like wisdom poles, and they're like, you know, holding them with like fierce knowledge of just reverence of life, sacredness of the land, sacredness of intuition and the human spirit, and just restoring this, calling upon their energies to restore. Just drawing all of this connection down into our first group, calling upon group 1. And just taking a couple more nice deep breaths if you weren't coming out of that so quickly there. I just felt like some of us were definitely going into a deeper sacred space of reverence inside. We were really drawing this through, calling it forward, recognizing the um just the immensity of everything we're bringing through right now. Knowing that we're chosen to do this work. We're chosen to carry these codes and to assist in this way. And yeah, I'd like to call forth all our members of Group 1. And this is Chanita, Ani, Shannon, Noko, and Kate. Bringing us into the trifurcated area of Abilene, Texas, Josephine, Texas, Houston, Texas,
Indy, we added that area of San Diablo. Is that what it's called, guys? San Diablo?
Sierra
Yeah,
Diablo,
that yeah, where
Devil's Mountain.
that time machine that Bezos and the gang are doing bad things with.
is it in Texas?
Mm-hmm.
It's on okay, San Diablo, Texas.
I think it's Sierra.
Oh, Sierra, sorry.
Sierra,
Sierra. That's okay.
Sierra Diablo.
With an S?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. That's on the outside of your triangle.
But it could expand because look, you see that?
Yeah, because I mean, a couple of us, I know
Like
I
that
did.
goes right through the point.
Yeah, like I was just drawn to that, like it just very, very heavily. And then we literally chatted about that the majority of the time. So as we were reading into it, so that's interesting. Oh, wow, fascinating. Okay.
Indy, can you with your cursor go to the exact point where it is on the ley line? Okay.
That is
Wow.
very interesting because I got a hit for Odessa. And I was like, it's outside the triangle, so maybe no. But wow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So yeah, there's definite, okay. We're
There's
making,
definitely something going on
Hey,
here.
Indy. Guess what? If you extend that line off of that, if you keep going off that line, guess what it runs into? At least what it looked like on my map.
what?
Hawaii.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Boom.
That That might be where they are running a bioweapon through the ley line.
We were all getting such bad energy. Like we didn't dig because we weren't really doing it. It was just surface work, right? But we're all like, yeah, it was heavy. And I was
Whoa, you
getting,
guys,
I kept
whoa.
getting multi-layered, 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 multi-layered. And it's like everything. Tunnels coming in, weaponry coming in, time walls coming in. Like there were so many things coming in.
It's a PowerPoint for sure that they're tapping off of.
Yeah.
And it's definitely connected. We were talking about you know, the Gregorian calendar, and we're locked in this time, and how, you know, they basically, you know, like we should be following the 13 moon calendar, which is the natural time of the earth and also our galaxy. And so we're locked into this like machine time frame. And with Bezos' clock that he's building, it's supposed to last like 10,000 years or something. And so if something were to happen, like some cataclysmic event did happen, and we weren't around, like our civilization didn't last, those in the people in the future would find this clock and would still be locked into this like machine time, which is like, it's like totally going against like the natural order of things.
And Lahaina.
Into your face. I'm sorry. I was over here screenshotting. I love you, girl.
Oh my gosh. Lahaina, yeah. That's just wild. Okay.
Another thing I got too was
Well, it
just,
makes me now wonder, we gotta go the other way. Sorry, we just gotta.
yeah. But I'm getting a hit. There's like a major alien hub in that Texas area.
We got galactic stuff too, yeah. And I was getting that there's sub rooms. I call them control rooms when I do grid work. And I see them to give you an analogy of a visual. If you can visualize a hotel room and all the rooms, and you have like all the grays in a room transmitting AI and signals, creating belief systems into the collective consciousness and going out into throughout the dimensions into, you know, the galactics and coming back and creating like the hornet's nest. That's what I kept getting. I get there's a hub of control rooms there.
Well, interesting. You know, even as you just said that too, I got like this may be a zone that's gonna eventually like decay because think about that. Like a lot of this stuff has been in California for so long when it comes to the AI tech. Silicon Valley, they're moving all their businesses to Texas now. It's like they're going from one point to the next and destroying life wherever they go. I mean, if you think about it, like how much devastation that's been here.
Right. And then Indy, when I looked at it on the map myself, of course I couldn't do it on yours, but if you zoom in onto that point, whatever that name is that I keep butchering, it's literally like adjacent to the Juarez border, which is where they were having all the issues of the trafficking coming across the border. So as I was zooming in, like that's a part of Texas and New Mexico that they talk about. That's a huge opening where it's literally just people coming across continuously. So I think there's a lot, and it's literally in the middle of nowhere. Like, and so I went to the website of that 1,010 whatever that clock, and it literally says it's nowhere near any flight patterns. It's 2 hours away from any airport. You know, it's a treacherous walk to just to get there. You can't get there by vehicle. Like it's literally in the middle of nowhere, and it's elevated 2,000 feet, but yet they're drilling down and they're putting, so it would be at sea level, but they're using, so they're doing something with, say, pillar of energy getting out, but yet it's deep into the ground, but yet that would still meet at sea level. Does that make sense? And that's where they're drilling, and they have pictures on their website. They're drilling the holes, and I kept getting tunnels, tunnels, and that's where I was led to how close it is to Juarez and trafficking. I'm like, oh, this is so multi-layered, it's ridiculous. Like the energies just kept coming, but we weren't doing the actual work at that time. So I was like, we'll just tap back into it when we see it. But That's crazy that it goes. What it goes all the way to your right. Where did you find on the other end?
Indy, I have to bring this in before I forget. Okay, you're going the other way. I already went that way. It looks like Iceland. I'm not sure,
Okay. Okay.
but you can double check because my map is not as detailed as this one. When you were looking at Hawaii and the line that went down to Hawaii, I was immediately called right past Hawaii. There's this thing called Johnston Atoll, and it's actually under the jurisdiction of the U.S. Air Force, closed to public entry and limited access.
Mm.
Ooh.
Okay. And I'm just tuning into that with the weather manipulation and the beast machines. So just wanting to put that on the radar there.
I
It
wonder if
actually,
that can be found.
Oh, and the
well,
clock looks like a mini CERN, by the way,
mm-hmm.
that they're building, they're
Whoa,
manufacturing.
I did find it.
I'm looking at on the information on Wikipedia. It says it's been under the control of the U.S. military since 1934, and it was actually used as a testing site for nuclear and biological weapons, a secret missile base, and a site for the storage and disposal of chemical weapons in Agent Orange. Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
Also, there's something else. The mountain where he built the clock, Sierra Diablo, it connects to the city called Marfa. That's a hotspot for alien activity. Everybody knows.
Right, just west of those mountains, you're entering right away New Mexico, and you have Los Alamos, and you have Roswell, and you have White Sands, and now the newly established space port. Okay. And when you were talking, I've listened for years to Dutch Sins, and yes, from California all the way, Oklahoma, Texas, the land is perforated. Okay, every 50 feet, there's a hole, and they drill. And the thing is that they've drilled in dormant volcanoes that are above the ground and below the ground. So that's where this future kind of maybe Navy heart map has to do with man-made collapse of limestone-based land. So that's why all that is going to drop off, and you'll have beachfront in Denver. And the tectonic plate pretty much goes all the way down where you have your points in the pink and blue, and then it wraps up around Dallas and then comes in to Oklahoma and goes east like through Arkansas, because that's where you have your crystal base, and then back up a little bit like towards Knoxville and up on the east edge of all the Appalachian Mountains going to Canada. So that's the safe zone. But Missouri is also very tunneled. That's all Army base just across the line from Arkansas. So this is wonderful that we analyze.
So let's just take a couple nice deep breaths, and we're going to call forth the celestial earth heart of gold to expand so wide that it seals the greatest humanitarian divide. Let the golden liquid light fill the cracks of war-torn, fractured land, geological plates and fault lines, volcanic earthquake and geological upheavals, bloodline fire, pain, trauma, burdens, chaos, and conquest, where ideology has ruled over the heart, where falsehoods have distorted truth. Let all deception, division, blame, shame, and suffering be transmuted into the highest purity of God's eternal light. Let this golden heart be known now to all beating hearts on earth. Run the gold and activate, activate, activate. Clear the greatest deceptions of mankind, spiritually, religiously, politically, societally, and racially. Dissolve all social, political, and ideological warfare, class struggles, political polarization, religious conflict, gender distortions, sexual perversions, sexual wars, misogynistic ruling classes, all inverted anti-life cultural programming, media manipulation, sovereignty suppression, technocratic enslavement, AI infiltration, and energy frequency distortions. Run the gold through galactic inversions, AI consciousness warfare, reptilian and Draco infiltration, Orion war remnants, galactic colonization, sealed histories, starseed manipulation, false ascension timelines, and quantum inversions, neutralize and seal racial and ethnic war, clear bloodline distortions, ancestral oppression, land wars, false religious dogma, and the corruption of sacred texts. Let no evil book, deceptive doctrine, or false teachings remain to enslave the minds and hearts of humanity. Clear genetic manipulation, indigenous genocide, female brutality, bloodline control, and targeting of the spiritual lineages. Golden light purify now. Dissolve the devastation of global and environmental warfare, the poisoning of Earth's elements, the theft of her resources, the desecration of her sacred sites. Erase the psychological and spiritual warfare that has chained humanity. Fear-based mind control, false messiah programs and versions of sacred truths, mass hypnosis, MK Ultra, human experimentation, human sacrifice, human cannibalism, astral warfare, and distortions of divine masculine and feminine energies. Run the gold now. Run the gold through all timeline manipulations. Collapse the engineered World War III war agendas, harmful ET technologies, looking glass manipulations, Middle Eastern war imprints through the Great Rift of Africa, Atlantis distortions, and the resurrection of ancient galactic conflicts. Seal and restore the Great Rift of Africa. Return it to its sacred balance as a living testament of Earth's strength, healing, and renewal. Expel the forces of anti-life. Banish the corrupt and the wicked. Remove all dark forces, anti-God agendas, anti-woman, and anti-child systems from this planet. Extract them from the Great Rift of Africa. Extract it from Giza Stargate 4. Extract from Gaza. Extract from Palestine. Extract from Israel. Extract from the Temple Mount. Extract from the Kaaba. Extract the Saturn Moon Matrix. Extract the Spike Matrix. Extract the polarity grids. Extract the Great Rift fractures. Babylon, ancient Sumer, Mesopotamia, and Stargate 10 in Abadan, Iran. Dissolve the Black Heart curses. Dismantle the globalist control systems and remove all forces that conspire against divine truth and unity. Let them no longer exist upon this earth. Restore humanity to a golden heart, free from tyranny. Transmute all darkness from existence. Return us to the sacred new earth spiritual future. Restore golden Christed frequencies, unity consciousness, and divine sovereignty. Let the golden light penetrate this deepest void and deepest depression, illuminating the hidden wickedness in this earth and removing it now. As vision holders and guardians of divine purity, we take this pain from our hearts, from our minds, from our spirits, from our souls, from the earth, and we release it now. Return the earth's gold. Retrieve the stolen golden codes, crystalline technologies, and divine frequencies taken from this planet. Return the gold from the foreign planets. Return this gold from off-world systems where they have stolen it. Return the gold. Return the gold from the thieves and the corrupted beings. Return the golden essence to its rightful place. Heal the Great Rift of Africa. Restore its power to the purest people of earth. Those whose hands are clean, whose hearts remain innocent. Return the power to those that don't have blood on their hands. Empower righteous leadership. Give power to those who uphold truth, justice, and divine wisdom, who do not serve jealous, hateful, and vengeful, wrathful gods. Let leadership be restored to those who bring solutions for all humankind, unity over division, peace over war, and love over control. We activate the Gold Grid now in the Rift of Africa. We activate the Gold Grid now in the Rift of Africa. We activate the Gold Grid now in the Rift of Africa. We affirm this now. We vow this now. We decree this now. In the holiest of holiest energies that earth can achieve and sustain, we resurrect the commandments of divine law, honoring the eternal guardian of all life. We are ready for the kingdom of heaven to teach and correct the darkest seeds of this world. We vow this, we affirm this, we decree this. In the name of all life, so it is, and so shall it be.